Hello everybody and welcome back to another video on my channel. It is Kevin here and it's time for a quarterly update, which means it's a quarterly update on this long boy. Look at him, he's so precious and giant. Look at him. Oh, let's see if we can stretch it out. Okay, we get you all on camera when I stretch it. Why aren't you letting me stretch you? He's like a Stretch Armstrong. He's a very big boy. Oh, and you're just so cute. Yeah, you are. So, quarterly update time, which means Alfalfa's getting so big. Can you say something for the camera? No? Not feeling it? Okay. So, hello everybody, and welcome back to another video on my channel. It has been a while since I've made a video, over a week, so this feels weird even talking to a camera again. I'm a little out of breath, which is probably due to a couple things. One, I'm overweight. Two, we just walked, and three, I have some health problems right now. I wanted to do a video just talking about where I've been and then my quarterly goals for the last bit of the year, because this is overdue by like almost 3 weeks. I meant to record it a while ago, some stuff has happened, blah, blah, blah. Here we are. Are you crooked? I feel like you're crooked, but I don't know how to fix that. I'm using a tripod I don't normally use. I don't know. If you're crooked, please excuse this. Better? Maybe? I also tried recording on my side of the bookshelf today, but the ring light, the where it's plugged in, it's like kind of not working that great. But here's my side of the bookshelf with all my books. I got cat hair all over my face. So let's just start at the beginning. Damien and I had guests in from out of town. It was friends Damien's known since high school. Caitlin and Ian, they were super great and amazing, and I had a lot of fun while they were here. We went to Disney and Universal, and we went to like Little Tokyo, and lots of fun stuff in LA. They were here, they got here on Sunday, and then they were staying till Saturday. And on Thursday night, so technically like Friday morning, I guess, Thursday night around 1:30, I woke up in a lot of pain. I was in a lot of like excruciating pain. And I thought, I have stomach issues, I have intestine issues due to my chronic illness, and so I thought it had something to do with that. I was like, okay, maybe, I don't know if this is TMI, I was like, maybe I just need to poop, right? I was like, maybe I just need to go poop and then the pain will go away. So I went to the bathroom, I sat in there, I couldn't go to the bathroom, and then I thought, okay, this is weird, maybe it's just like a gas pain or like something in me is just moving around through my intestines, and it just didn't happen. I was in pain for hours, and then after about, this is about 1:30, so after about around 2:30, I threw up for the first time. Or maybe it was like 3, I threw up for the first time. And that woke Damien up, and I came into the bedroom, and he like asked me if I was okay, and I just told him I was in a lot of pain, and blah, blah, blah. And then I'm back in the bathroom, and I threw up 3 more times, and around 4 o'clock, I was like, okay, I need to go to urgent care because this pain's not going away. It's excruciating. I feel like I'm dying. Like I legitimately felt like I was dying. It was really, really painful. Ooh, I kicked the tripod. And I was like having trouble breathing because if I would breathe too deeply, it would hurt. And it hurt to move, but it also hurt to sit still. It was like this just agonizing pain in my left side. And I like in my anxiety-ridden, pain-fueled state, I was like, what if it's my appendix? Even though I knew realistically my appendix is on the right side. My uncle had appendicitis, he had to get his taken out. I know that it's on the right side. I was like, okay, what if I have, my appendix is about to explode and I'm about to die. So I didn't want to go to urgent care because even though I have health insurance, this is America, and I knew it was gonna cost me a lot of money. So eventually I was like, you know what, whatever, we gotta go. So we Ubered to urgent care. And then when we got there, the urgent care doctor was like, no, you need to go to the emergency room right now. And I was like, great, even more money. But you know what, I feel like I'm dying. He gave me a shot, the nurse gave me a shot in the butt that was supposed to like a painkiller. And that painkiller, at first did not work. So we left urgent care, we were waiting outside for our ride, and I just was like I was crying and laying on a bench and like screaming. It was like 4:30 a.m. I think at that point, or 5. And I was like screaming, I was in so much pain. I was like telling Damien, I was like, I feel like I'm dying, like something's really wrong with me. It hurt. It was the worst pain I've ever been in. I've broken bones, I've gotten stitches, you know, all kinds of stuff. It was the worst pain I've ever been in. And so finally we get to the ER, they get me in immediately. As soon as they get me in, the painkiller I got at the urgent care started to hurt, work a little bit. And I wasn't in as much pain, but I still was like, this is obviously serious, that I like couldn't move without being in pain. Like I need to figure out what's wrong with me. So they admitted me, they started doing tests on me, and they did a CT scan, blood stuff, urine stuff. They asked me if I had any blood in my urine and all that fun stuff. And some of the pain started to come back. So immediately, like, I had like an IV and everything. I would insert pictures, like it might be like too much for some people because I know that like people don't like needles. And they gave me like fluids, and they started giving me painkillers, and it was just really bad. Like it was extremely scary for me and for Damien. Damien was there with me throughout the whole thing. I love him so much, but he was freaked out. I know he was freaked out. I was like screaming and I was in a lot of pain. I legitimately thought I was gonna die. It was really bad. Turns out that after a while, they did a lot of tests. I have a kidney stone that is like lodged 1/3 of the way through the tube from my, what's it called? Kidney, duh, it's a kidney stone, to my bladder. And so they hopped me up with a bunch of medication. They gave me medication to bring home, anti-nausea pills, because apparently having kidney stones makes you nauseous, and like a lot of other stuff, which is super cool because I didn't know that. Awesome, cool. I'm not too nauseous today. I'm a little nauseous, but I'm okay. I've been taking ibuprofen, which is what they recommend. It's just take ibuprofen like every 6 hours, unless you're in extreme pain, then they give me like better painkillers. But it's a possibility I might have to go back to the hospital if I can't pass the kidney stone, if I'm in too much pain, if I get a fever, stuff like that. Like I may have to go back to the hospital. And if I do pass it at home, which if you don't know, it's like peeing a little tiny marble out of your pee hole. It's supposed to be extremely painful. If I don't end up doing that at home, if I do end up doing it at home, it's gonna be extremely painful. And if I can't, I'll have to go back to the hospital. It'll also be very painful. I might have to get surgery, stuff like that. So it's still like kind of a limbo. What sucks the most about this entire situation is that even though I was in a lot of pain, I know that if I have to, like once I have to pee it out, it's gonna be extremely painful. So I know at some point I'm gonna be in pain again. That is the worst part for me. It's like I'm just waiting for it to happen. And if not, I'm gonna have to go to the hospital and that's gonna be painful too. So at some point I'm gonna be in pain. The past couple days since, I think today's Sunday, so like Friday, I came home Friday, I was at the hospital for 8 hours, and when I finally came home, I like slept all day, and then I slept a lot last night and the night before that. Like I've been sleeping a lot. I'm in like a tiny bit of pain every here and there, but not as much as it was before, not before. Now it's more of like a, I don't know how to explain it. It's like a dull kind of like ache, like something sore inside of me. And I am really sore because I was throwing up so much that like all right here is really sore, and like all these muscles in my upper half are sore, my ab area from like throwing up so much. And I'm just in a lot, I'm in some pain still. And I'm just not excited for what's to come. But that's where I've been. I've been sick and had guests, so. Now let's move on to what my goals are for the end of the year. So I know that I usually go over what my goals were last quarter and then like build upon them or like talk about them. But the thing is, like honestly, after, well, like what I'm going through right now is this could take another week, it could take another 2 weeks. They told me like there's no real timeline for passing a kidney stone. It just really depends. Oh, Velvet scratching his little face. Oh, you're so cute. There's no real timeline for how long it takes. So like I'm a little worried about that. And so I'm not gonna put too much pressure on myself. It's already like what, almost, it's like 2 weeks into October. So what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna just come up with goals for the rest of the year that I wanna reach. So that's what I'm doing. I'm just gonna ignore the goals from last quarter for now. Here's the thing, I reached most of them, if I remember correctly. Maybe I should go over them, I'm sorry. I'm really sorry that if like you came here expecting me to go over last quarter's goals, I just am feeling like, you know, this, and yeah. I've been reading a lot, and writing-wise not doing that great. Vegetarian-wise doing fine, although we did go a couple weeks out trying any new recipes, but Damien was out of town for a little bit last quarter. Wasn't that last quarter you were out of town, Damien? Mm-hmm. Yeah, so when Damien wasn't here, I didn't try new recipes, stuff like that. So there was a couple of weeks where we didn't try any new recipes, which kind of sucks because I wanted to try 52 new recipes this week. But for the most part, like we've been trying a lot, so. I believe I'm on track for reading, and writing we'll talk about in a second because that I'm not on track for, but it is what it is. I also tried to aim this camera so you couldn't see the glare in my glasses, but I need a better diffuser for that because you can still see it. I apologize for the glare. You know where to go to complain if you don't like it. That sounded like I meant something like really like, go to hell. Like no, go to Guru Gossip. So I read 36 out of 50 books for the year. Let's start with reading stuff. I read 36 out of 50 books this year, and so that means I need to read, what, 14 more in the next however many weeks there is. I'm halfway through reading Game of Thrones right now, the first book. That I kind of put aside while people were here, and then while I got sick, I haven't really read anything lately. And I'll be able to finish that book by the end of the year. And then I'm also halfway through Robin Hobb's second book of the Farseer trilogy, so I'll be able to finish that. I believe it's Assassin's Apprentice Quest, one of those books. I'm halfway through that one. I'm also halfway through The Mustache, which is it's a French existential novel. I'm halfway through that one. I should be able to finish that one soon. So the thing is, I'm feeling really good about where I'm reading-wise, even though I'm halfway through with a lot of books. I am at a point where I think I can finish a lot and I'll be fine with my reading goal by the end of the year. So I'm not too worried about that. As far as the vegetarian stuff goes, I'd like to continue to try one new recipe a week if possible, but we are actually traveling home for the holidays, and I'm not gonna really worry about, I need to try a new recipe while I'm at my brother's house. It's like, no, I'm just gonna, you know, it's too much work. So I'm not gonna worry about that. So for the most part, I think this year has gone by really good. Other health-wise, and I don't know if you're even interested in this stuff, but I have so far cut out pop and coffee. I don't know if coffee is permanent. Damien will probably try and make it permanent. The pop thing, I already really kind of had a problem with drinking pop, and the doctor kind of recommended that I cut it out because of the kidney stone. It's just, you know, I'm trying to eat healthier now and take better care of myself, because it was a really scary experience, and I thought that it was gonna be something way more serious than it was. I mean, not that a kidney stone isn't serious, it is. I just thought that I could have had surgery that day. I could have, you know, like, that just terrifies me. I'm really scared of medical stuff, and I just realized I need to take better care of myself. And I need to drink more water, even though I felt like I was drinking water before. Apparently not enough. I've been chugging water nonstop. I apparently have to pee through a strainer. It's so awful and difficult, but I have to make sure I catch the kidney stone when it comes out, in the strainer, so I can bring it in to my doctor. I just want to take better care of myself, so yeah, I've cut out pop and coffee for now. I don't know if that's permanent, but for now, it's out. I had some juice last night, and that was super exciting because it's been days since I've had anything but water, so I was I had some orange juice, and I was what is this fancy stuff? It tastes better than water. So that was exciting. Writing-wise, so this is something, my mental health has been really off when it comes to writing for a while now. If you haven't been able to tell from my videos on my channel, it hasn't been the greatest. And because of that, and then because I had guests in town, and because then I was in the hospital, it's there's all these excuses. I know they're excuses, whether or not they're valid or not, they are excuses. And I haven't finished the witch book yet. And part of me feels guilty, and then part of me just feels it's gonna happen when it happens. I'm so close to finishing it, extremely close. If I don't finish this week, it's gonna be embarrassing because of how close I am to finishing it. I started to work on it when our guests were here. It was, I think, Thursday night, but then I ended up falling asleep, and then I woke up in the middle of the night, and blah, 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 blah. I'm not done with it. And I think I should be able to finish this week. Because again, I only have 2 more chapters to edit, and then, which they're not even difficult chapters to edit. I just have 2 more chapters to edit, and then I need to read through it one more time. Because of some stuff I added in, I need to read through to make sure it still makes sense. And then it's gonna go off to Rena. The thing is, Rena's on another holiday right now. In case you didn't know, this time of year is a big Jewish holiday season. So, season, is that the right word? I don't know. But there's a lot of Jewish holidays that fall around this time of year. She's on a holiday for this week, coming up, I believe. And so I feel a little less guilty about not getting it to her, because even if I did get it to her, she wouldn't have time to read it. But my goal is to get done by the end of this week. And then in November is NaNoWriMo. I am gonna do a video talking about what I'm writing for NaNoWriMo, so I'm not gonna spoil that here. But my goal is to then beat NaNoWriMo. And then in December, I haven't really I have a couple of projects I wanna work on. But because the year is rounding out so quickly, which it doesn't, part of me feels like it's not, but at the same time it is, because November always goes by extremely fast for me because of NaNoWriMo, that it feels like it's just here and then gone so quickly that I know that as soon as it hits November, it's gonna be December. And December is actually gonna be, not busy, but it is the month where I'm going to visit my brother and my whole family for Christmas. I'm finally gonna get to meet my nephew, which I'm super excited about. And so that month I don't wanna put too much pressure on myself. So I think that what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna work on outlining a new project that month. Now, I'm not sure if that's gonna be the adult fantasy. Well, that just kind of spoils it. I'm not working on the adult fantasy for Nano, but I'm gonna have a video soon about Nano. I haven't really decided what I'm gonna work on outlining, but my goal is to spend December outlining a new project. And I feel good about that, because I also think that if I get the witch book to Arena by the end of this month, I might have notes back by December. In fact, I might have them in the middle of Nano. Last year during NaNoWriMo, I had to completely re-edit one of my books and finish NaNoWriMo, and I managed to do both. So that could happen again. I could get edits in the middle of Nano, and it's I have to stop what I'm doing to work on that. So we'll see how it goes. I'm back, hopefully. I'm not in too much pain coming up or to not make videos. I'm hoping to be back on schedule for video making. I'm not sure if this is gonna go up tonight on Sunday. It's kind of late already, or if it's gonna go up on Monday, but it's gonna go up soon. Thanks for sticking it out. Since I haven't been here in a while, thanks for not like unsubscribing or anything. I love every single one of you. I really do miss making videos and talking to everybody. It's just been turbulent, and I'm just a little nervous. I'm a little scared still, so. It is what it is. But I want to start making videos again. I have so many planned that were supposed to come out last week and the week before that and like this week that I'm gonna have to just try and cram a lot of videos into the schedule. You might get more than 2 videos a week. I don't know what's gonna happen, but a lot's gonna get crammed in here to try and make up for it. So thank you for watching, everybody. If you love the video, go ahead and hit the, if you like the video, go ahead and hit the like button below. If you love the video, go ahead and hit the subscribe button below. And until my next video, thank you very much for sticking around, and I will see you next time. Okay, goodbye. I just wanna, I know the book.